Well, representatives from the brutal dictatorship of North Korea are letting their soul glow at the ceremonies leading to the Spring Olympics. The media is fawning over darling of the capital, Kim Jo-sung, maybe? This is Kim Jong-un's sister, the propaganda minister, and she is a feminist icon, a princess, the North Korean Ivanka Trump. So heavy news media coverage in the Western media. What's going on? Why would we glorify a member of one of the most brutal regimes to ever exist? The North Korean people are isolated from the world, the Hermit Kingdom. Weapons pointed at South Korea. South Korea is a hostage. So let's do a thought experiment. The media, for whatever reason, so I think I know the reason. If North Korea is perceived to have an antagonistic relationship with the president, we're taking the opposite position the president has, so we are in favor of North Korea. We are in favor of North Korean aggression. We're in favor of war if it comes to that, so long as it's against Donald Trump and it makes Donald Trump look bad. That's total speculation. But thought experiment. Let's say Adolf Hitler had not expanded into Greater Europe. If they had just stayed in Germany, established their collectivist paradise, free of any ethnic variation, free of any variation in religious ideology, total religion of the state. So, little known fact, even though it's right in the title, I think the reason we call them Nazis instead of National Socialists is for that reason. Nationalsozialistische is the National German Socialist Workers' Party, or National Socialist German Workers' Party. So this is as far to the left as it gets. Hitler was a leftist, but we paint him as being on the right because we associate the right with evil white men. So I guess that's where that perception comes from. But if he had just stayed in Germany and left Europe alone, and let's say Germany is just fighting its way into the Olympics, tooth and nail, clawing their way in there, and our media has the opportunity to speak out against the abuses of Hitler's regime. And Hitler sends his sister to the opening ceremonies for the Spring Olympics. And rather than say, hey, Julia Hitler, what the fuck's going on in Germany? Why do you have people in prison camps? Why are you gassing people? Why are you committing genocide? Why are your people enslaved? If instead of that, they said, oh, man, Julia Hitler, she's the Ivanka Trump of Nazism. She's the radical left in Germany's feminist icon. So it's reprehensible. Why would the media be talking about someone who is at the head of a brutal dictatorship as if she is a celebrity? This is Heidi Klum. Look how elegant she is. Look at what she's wearing. Look at her giving the side eye to Mike Pence, who won't stand and pay tribute to the propaganda campaign being run by North Korea right now. So North Korea, in effect, is that scenario I'm describing with Hitler inserted instead of Kim Jong-un. A brutal communist military dictatorship with a hostage. South Korea is a hostage. It's locked to the southern end of North Korea, and that line of demarcation cannot be crossed even if your family's in North Korea, even if your family's in South Korea. You don't get to interact with those people because of the Kim Jong dynasty. So 1950, that area was in turmoil, war, communism versus, well, what is effectively limited capitalism now in South Korea. And look at the difference between those two places. It's remarkable. Satellite view at night, one city's lit up. Christmas tree, South Korea, Seoul, one of the most populated cities in the world. Cell phones, internet access. People have homes, people have food, you can buy products you choose. Versus North Korea, where you have work camps, prison camps, fake grocery stores for journalists to tour. A Potemkin village, I think it's called. And there's no greater example of the benefits of capitalism versus communism. Communism ends in equality of poverty and horrific living conditions. So it's really concerning to see the media again playing this polarization game where if Donald Trump is for it, we're against it. If Donald Trump's against it, we're for it. Why do you need to play the opposition game? Why not just call the news? Why not just give people information? So when a brutal dictator's sister is standing and applauding and feigning as if she wants some sort of unification between North and South Korea, when that would result in a loss of power for her and her cabal, their family's not going to give up that power. They have no interest in unification with South Korea. You have to understand, this is propaganda. When you see this unified body, this procession of athletes, of North and South Koreans together, let's hold hands, let's talk about unity. That's like taking my words at face value. If I'm a prisoner of war, reading a note that says I renounce my citizenship. Why would you take that seriously? You understand that I'm under duress, that I'm being coerced, and that these are not my actual views. Those athletes may want unity. They may want to be able to visit their parents or their grandparents or their cousins or their brothers, their sisters. They might want to visit those other people. And they know if they don't toe the line, if they don't speak just right, if they don't smile just right, the people that they know in North Korea are going to pay the price for that. They're hostages. You can't believe what you're seeing on TV. And I can't believe the coverage of the Western media, the coverage by the Western media